All right, hi everybody. This is Bill Cody. I just wanted to do a really quick video on. I've talked about GitHub. Um, uh, GitHub is a website that uses Git, which is a version control program. Um, why it's called Git, I don't know. But I just wanted to make a really quick video to show you how it might be different from just sharing documents or just working together on a Google document. So this is a little bit of what is Git and why should you use it. And this is for non-programmers. This is not for a code base, but for any kind of anything that can be put down in writing, basically. So it gets a version control system, and we'll see it's it's a little like quantum mechanics in that things can exist in different forms at the same time. Is basically what allows this to do. So it allows people to collaborate in a very unique way. So we'll try to make this visual for you. So let's look at an example. Okay, let's say that you've got a department of teachers, you've got several teachers, you're all teaching the same class, you're using the same lesson plans and so on and so forth. And as part of this, you have a document that lists the main assignments for this class. Okay, so current, and again, this is descriptions of the assignments, the rubrics, all that sort of thing. Everything you need to do to assign these things to your class. It's working great. Everything's wonderful. Okay, we'll assume for a moment that there's three main assignments that this class has, and this will be our starting point. So we're going to put that original document right there in our what's called a repository, the GitHub or Git repository. A repository is just essentially just a file folder, or if you want to think of it as a project. While it's in the repository, everybody who has access to it can edit this document. So maybe there's some misspellings you want to correct. You want to add a couple words to a rubric to make it more clear. And we're going to have edit 1 and edit 2. And the interesting thing about Git is it saves the document in every form. So everywhere there's a dot here, there is a version of the document at that point. So we can have the document which includes edit 1 and edit 2. We can have a document that only has edit 2 and we get rid of edit 1. Or we can get rid of both edits. We can go back to the original document. So this makes it nice and easy. This is kind of like Google Documents so far. People can make edits and you can see what those edits are and change them later. So far it's not too different. Now here's where it kind of gets interesting. So suppose that as we go along, somebody decides it would be a good idea to add a fourth assignment to our class. Now, normally in a Google document or something like that, we would have to kind of, I don't know, everybody would have to decide beforehand what the fourth assignment might be and what it would look like, and maybe we want an outline, and we'd have some discussion, and then we decide whether or not to add the fourth assignment, and so on and so forth. But what Git allows anyone in this group to do is take the document and write it as if there is a fourth assignment. Okay, they can write in their fourth assignment, make it exactly the way they want, put in their rubric and everything else. And what we've done is sort of, again, both versions exist. So now we have a version of the document that has 3 assignments, and we have a version of the document that contains 4 assignments. So it looks something like this. Now, this is where it gets kind of interesting and where Git is different. So if people make edits to something in the first 3 assignments, the 3 assignments that existed in the original document, those edits exist on what we might call the 3 assignment branch. So people can keep working on the 3 assignment document as if nothing else has happened, as if the 4th assignment has not been proposed, has not been even thought about. We can keep working on the 3 assignment branch. The 4th assignment branch sort of becomes its own thing. And people can work on that, and people can make edits and change the rubrics and correct misspellings and whatever needs to be done. And we can have edits in that 4th assignment branch. And life goes on merrily with Git basically keeping the project in 2 states. So we have a 4 assignment branch and a 3 assignment branch, and this can go on for a long time. Okay, we don't have to make any decision at this point. At some point, obviously, this group, this committee, these collaborators are going to have to make a decision, and when the time comes, Git is going to help us merge or take care of those decisions that are made. So basically, there's a few more options, but I guess there's 3 basic options that can happen at this point. So we have a document that has 3 assignments in it. We have a document that has 4 assignments in it, and these all have different edits and contributions to them. So here's what we got. At some point, the committee could decide that there's really only time in the semester for 3 assignments, and we are not going to continue developing the 4 assignment branch. Okay, we're just going to kill it, we're just going to knock it off, and then work will continue on the 3 assignment branch. All of the edits that have accumulated in the 3 assignment branch go on. Everything that went into the 4th assignment branch just sort of goes away. It gets pruned off, if you will. Sad, but true. But at least in making this decision, we didn't make the decision based on, just an outline or a proposal or something, but we made a decision based on what it really was going to look like with 4 assignments. And if the committee of the whole didn't like it, well, that's the way it is. So sadly, the 4 assignment branch goes away. Or we decide that, yes, we need 4 assignments. So we're going to continue on the 4 assignment branch. Essentially, the 3 assignment branch, and I got a big X here as if it goes away, but you'll notice there's more edits on the 3 assignment branch that continued beyond when the 4 assignment branch was created. Those get pulled back in, if we want, into the 4 assignment branch. So edits that were made to the first 3 assignments get pulled back into this new document, which now has 4 assignments, and we can go on and we can make edits and corrections and everything to the 4 assignment branch, which is now our main project, if you will. The main project now has 4 assignments in it, and life goes merrily on. If at some point 2 years from now somebody decides, wow, 4 assignments are just too much, if you've kept this project in Git, you can actually go back to the 3. You can actually retrieve the 3 assignment document, and you can actually retrieve the 3 assignment document with all the edits that were made to the 3 assignment part, the 3 assignments, the 3 original assignments. Getting rid of the 4 assignment branch sometime in some distant future. So GitHub would allow you to do that. Now, the third option gets very interesting, and it's maybe going to sound strange. It's not something you're going to do within an organization, but it is something we can do. Let's say you really believe that some people really believe we need 4 assignments, and some people really believe we need 3 assignments. We can split the project. The people who want 4 assignments, we could decide, you can have 4 assignments in your classes if you want them. Here is your 4 assignment document. It becomes its own thing, its own project. those of you who want to do 3 assignments in your class, here is the 3 assignment document. Now they are separate documents. The people who want to work on the 3 assignment branch can do that, and they make edits, and they continue to work on that. People who work on the 4 assignment branch have their own thing. They can no longer be merged together. I suppose theoretically they could, but in general, what we're working on parallel tracks at this point. We have completely separated the 2 projects, which in a bureaucratic situation, in a school situation, that obviously is probably not a good idea. You should probably come to some sort of consensus. But in the real world, this often happens with coding projects. Some people have a different vision of how the application is going to work, and they really think that the interface should look like this or it should have these features. Other people think that those features are not necessary. They split the project, and you end up with 2 different independent projects moving forward. So that's what GitHub allows us to do. And if we go back to something like this, where we're going to what's called merge the project. So if we go along this 4 assignment branch, again, all of the edits that are made in the 3 assignment branch can be pulled up into this situation where we have 2 different branches can go on for a long time. There might be hundreds of edits that are made in the original 3 assignments, and there might be hundreds of edits that are in the 4 assignments, and GitHub actually allows us to manage all of those edits and bring them together and show what the document would look like with all of those edits incorporated into it. So this is actually very different from a Google document or something like that. So I hope you've enjoyed this little introduction to Git and GitHub and how it can help us collaborate on our projects.